when you have new wine, nobody puts it into old wineskin. New wine needs to go into new wineskin, and old wine needs to stay in old wineskin, because if you took new wine, put it into old wineskin that's already hardened, then it's going to inflate and then burst, and you'll ruin not only the wine, but the wineskin as well. What he's saying is that when you have a new generation, where new things, God is doing something new in that generation, we need to be able to have that new thing that God is doing done in a new way. Jesus said this because what he was bringing to the people of Israel was something so radical that the old system of the Jewish people could not handle it. But this change that Jesus was bringing was not something that would abolish the laws and the prophets, but the new thing that God was doing in Jesus Christ was to fulfill what the Old Testament was saying, so that salvation would not only come to those who have the laws of Moses, but salvation will come to everybody in the world. And this new thing that God was doing in Jesus Christ was so radical. Jesus said, you can't hold all of that in the old Jewish traditions. We have to have a new vessel. And that new vessel was the church. And Paul lived his whole life looking ahead. He said, I lived my whole life forgetting the past and straining for what's ahead. The reason why he said that was because he was the apostle of the Gentiles. And to have the Gentiles come into the family of God, he really realized that the old system of the Jewish tradition and the laws could not hold the Gentile culture. He said, everybody in the Roman Empire is now coming to God through Jesus Christ. And to have them all circumcised and have them obey the laws of food and cleanliness like the Jewish people, it's not going to work. God has expanded God's work beyond the Jewish tradition. And the reason why God does these new things is because God ultimately wants all the nations to worship the Lord and to live in such a way that they would glorify God. Not just some of the nations, but all of the nations. Worship the Lord and live in such a way that they would glorify his name. And all of the nations started to expand when Paul started to minister to the Gentiles. But it didn't stop there, as we know. When the Roman Empire started to grow beyond Europe, right? Does anybody know this phrase? Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. Right? In 1492. Do you know when the Reformation was? 1517. So when the world started to expand, God said, I need to do something new so that all the nations could know about the Lord, and all the nations can worship the Lord, and all the nations could live to glorify God. And so the Reformation happened. And we know that the whole 500 history of the Reformation was what? It was mission work, right? Missionaries went all over the world to spread the gospel, to help people understand how to worship the Lord and how to glorify his name. And this mission work went on until now. But in the new millennium, something new is happening, right? Missionaries, we have a lot of them, are able to do mission trips much more easily. It's not as expensive. Before, when we had a missionary go somewhere, they needed a lot of money, and they needed to say, okay, I'm going to this mission field, and I won't be coming back. It'll be almost impossible for me to come back. And they would leave forever. Now missionaries come and go all the time. And we have short mission trips, right? Where church youth groups go to mission trips. The cost has come down, and riding an airplane is nothing new anymore. And so now we're living in something called a global generation. Has anybody heard this word, global? Global? Next slide. It's global and local combined. It's a new word, global. And we do know global, right? Global outreach mission, right? In your bulletins, we have a report from the global outreach mission. But global is a term that explains our generation perfectly. Everything global is local, and everything local is global. And I was looking at my clothes this morning as I was dressing. My Calvin Klein underwear were made in Bangladesh. And my shirt was made in Singapore. And I know I got a couple of things made in China in my house, right? If we just look at the clothes that we're wearing right here, you'll find the whole global world sitting right here in this sanctuary. But it's not just our clothing, right? Just go outside of our doors. We don't even have to go outside of our doors. Right here in our church, we have a global community. People from all over the world are sitting together to worship God. Amen? Amen. And the whole world is out there. Right in our local neighborhood. So when we say global, we're thinking the whole world way out there. No, the whole world right here in our neighborhood, right? On the flip side of that, we can all jump on a plane, go to a small, short mission trip, but even better, we can go to our local library, get online, and we can get news about almost every part of the world we can imagine. So everything global is right here in our neighborhood, right there on our computer. It's local. And everything local, everyone local, seems to be global. And that's the beauty of our generation. What that means is this: we can reach the world right at our desk. Isn't that amazing? We can reach the world right outside our doors. But I am seeing signs that the old wineskin is not able to hold the new wine that God is bringing to us in our generation. And whenever I talk to people online, even talk to people on the street from all over the world, all kinds of religions, all kinds of faiths, what I get is this. This is quite amazing. I have hardly ever heard anybody speak of Jesus negatively. Muslims, they respect Jesus. Did you know that? Of course. He was the prophet before Muhammad. So there's tremendous respect for Jesus Christ. Even atheists, I talk to atheists, they say, you know what? There is no ultimate human being that we can evolve to other than Jesus. Somebody who loved even his enemies. He says, how can we be more evolved than that? Atheists, other religions, people of different backgrounds and faiths, they've all heard about Jesus because we live in a global generation, and they read the Times that have the story of Jesus, or Discovery Channel that talks about Jesus, and all the facts that they've heard about Jesus. They respect him. They honor Jesus. But the wine, Jesus never changes. Amen? But the wine sack that's holding Jesus, the church, that's not the same story. When I talk to people all over the world, when it comes to church, people are not so positive. I found that, you know who terrorized the terrorists? You know who the terrorists are afraid of? And see them even in their dreams like boogeymen? Evangelicals. They're scared to death of evangelicals, but they love Jesus. So we have to rethink, what are we doing here? How are we to be able to present Jesus as he is, without our laws and our traditions and our culture, of our fundamentalism that the world refuses to accept and says it's not right for our time. How can we give them Jesus without the baggage? That's what I want us to think about today. I don't have the answer to what needs to be done, but I do have the answer to how we can present Jesus without the old baggage of the old church. Paul says, I strain for what's ahead. But he's not talking about a system. He's not talking about a church. He's talking about himself. He says, I strain for what's ahead by wanting to be like Jesus. He says, you know what? All this baggage that I have as a Christian, a Jewish Christian, he says, you know, there's plenty for me to brag about. He says, hey, my family lineage, I'm one of the best. I was born in the Jewish family line, one of the best Jewish family lines. Then he goes on and he says, when it comes to education, I'm the best. He says, I've been educated the most any other people that are in this place. And then he goes on to say, religiosity, yes. For zeal, I would even persecute the church. And righteousness, self-righteousness, yes. Nobody could say anything to me because I kept all the laws of the Jewish tradition and I kept everything exactly as I was supposed to. When it comes to all these things, he says, I can really boast about myself. But he said, all this baggage, it's not helping to give people Jesus. He says, I consider all these things that are getting in the way, he considers them rubbish. He considers them trash. He considers them worth nothing. If it's not helping to give other people Jesus Christ, he says, I treat them like trash. He says, I go even further than that. He says, everything in my life, not these things that I can brag about, but everything in my life is a loss to me if I cannot give other people Jesus in my generation. He says, I consider everything a loss. I consider everything trash. For the surpassing knowledge of being one with Christ, to participate in his suffering, and to be united with him in his death, so that somehow I can experience the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. And in the Lenten season, and as we are going into a time of communion together today, I want us to think about Christ's suffering and how we can participate in Christ's suffering. Whatever we do, online or right in our neighborhood, it's going to affect the whole world now. Okay? We don't have to go to a faraway country. If you want to, pay about $1,000 and you'll be there in less than 24 hours. You can do that. But you can just stay right here, talk to your neighbors, and it's going to reverberate all around the world sooner or later. Okay? It's a wonderful time to really show Christ to the world by simply showing Christ to our neighbors. It's a wonderful time. It makes everything so simple, right? To participate in Christ's suffering so that others can directly meet Christ in us. The first thing that Christ suffered was he suffered by entering into the sufferings of others. Those who were sick, he entered into their lives and he mourned with them, walked with them until they're healed. Those who are hungry, he entered into their lives and he collected whatever they had, blessed it, and everybody was fed. He entered into the sufferings of others, and in that suffering brought healing to others. And that's what we need to do. If we really want to show the world Christ, we need to simply enter into the sufferings of those who are in our neighborhood. Those who are panhandling, those who are hungry, those who are in need, those who are sick, those who are hungry, those who are thirsty, those who need clothes, right? And yes, it's okay to give them something and pray for them, but what Christ did and what really affects people that are in need is when you are willing to lower yourself and enter into their lives and become their friend. And they said, why are you a friend to this homeless person? You're not just giving me your scraps. You are my friend. Why are you my friend? Because Christ befriended me. That is a powerful thing. When you enter into somebody's suffering, they will see Christ. Amen? And that's why God says, I want you to participate in Christ's suffering. That's what Paul did. He participated in Christ's suffering by entering into the sufferings of others. The second thing that Christ suffered was, he suffered because he stood up for what was right. It didn't matter if it was King Herod. It didn't matter if it was the Sadducees or the lawyers or whoever was in authority. He stood up for what was right, and he paid the price for it, right? It didn't matter if it was the Roman government. He said and stood up for what was right, and he paid the price for it. A lot of historians feel that he was killed because he stood up for what was right. But he didn't just stand up against the Roman Empire. He stood up against his own people, because it wasn't about nationality or nationalism. It was about doing what was right by God and right by others. And if his own people weren't doing what was right, he said it. And if other governments weren't doing what was right, he said it. And he paid the price for it. He suffered for it. And that's what Christians need to do. We need to participate in Christ's suffering by standing up for what is right. Jesus also suffered by trying to make followers who would live like him for God. And then once they became truly disciples of Christ, then he empowered them and then sent them out to do the work that he did. He sent them out as apostles. And, that's something that I kind of can relate with. It's very difficult to educate adults to change their lives so that they can live for God, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of energy. And it takes a lot of suffering. Christ did it. Well, he only did it to 12, right? We think. No. There were many women who followed him. Amen? And there were many others, 72 for one example that I know that followed him. And when Christ resurrected, there were more than 300, right? So just looking at the 12, we know that that was the main group, but then there were many that Christ discipled, mentored, coached, counseled, and sent off into the world to do God's work, and then through the Holy Spirit consulted them as to how they are to lead God's church. And this is the third kind of suffering. Truly to take somebody, and this has to be, I really think it has to be individual. It can't happen in groups. Take one person under your wing. Mentor them. Counsel them. Coach them. Love them. Feed them. Empower them. Train them so that they can truly become a follower of Christ. Not just, let's do a discipleship program in our church. That's not enough. If that discipleship program has done the job, that's good. But if it hasn't done the job, we need to get at it until that person is truly a follower of Christ. And that takes all of us when we pour into each other's lives. Amen? That's the suffering that Christ went through. And that's what it means for us to participate with Christ in his suffering. And finally, Christ suffered for the sinner. Right? Christ suffered for the sinner. When he hung out with prostitutes, tax collectors, and those that society frowned upon, he had to pay the price. Right? And if the people that he served, the sinners that he served, were grateful, that's one thing. But the people that he served actually screamed, "Crucify, crucify, crucify him." And as he was sitting there being crucified, by the ones that he was trying to save. As he's suffering and dying on that cross, the last words he said was what? Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And I think this is a challenge that really is very difficult for every Christian. We need to not just fight or hate our enemies, those who do not believe in God, but we need to love them. Love them so much that all their hatred poured upon us can be absorbed, and still we love them. And finally they say, I can't stand how I can't affect you in a negative way. And they fall to their knees, repent for the evil that they've done, and come back to God. And I know that we've made it so simple. Evangelism is give them a tract, talk about the 4 spiritual laws. But if the 4 spiritual laws help, use it. If a tract helps, use it. But the main goal is what? To overcome evil with good. Your constant good. Turning the other cheek. Going the extra mile. Even being crucified by their hands and asking for God to forgive them and give them another chance. Until somebody, that person, that evil person, can't stand the good that you keep doing to them any longer and say, I can't take this anymore. I repent. I come back. That's what Christ did. And that's what we need to do. We are not to give up. We are not to say, I did my part, I gave them a piece of paper, I'm done. I think if you are really, really reaching out to a Muslim, entering into his suffering, really reach out to them and help them to really learn the scripture. If you really reach out to somebody who is far from God and really help them to know the love of Jesus Christ that even loves his enemies. After all of that, if that person refuses, then it's on that person. But if we haven't done our part, if we have not participated in Christ's suffering and think that we did our part, then we're only fooling ourselves. We need to somehow get rid of the old baggage that's not working anymore and focus on Christ and Christ alone and enter into his suffering. And the only way for us to be able to participate in Christ in his suffering is to die to ourselves so that we can now live for Christ. And in this dying to myself daily, what do we say about ourselves? We're born again Christians, right? The only way for you to be born again is if you die first, right? That's why whenever we get baptized, you go under the water first, right? You're dead. And when you come out, then you're now living for God. Who is that person that died? It's all our baggage. It's all our traditions. It's all our cultures. It's all our laws that no longer work anymore. We're dead to all of that. Now we live for God alone. But this thing that happens at baptism, that to your culture, your tradition, your ways, your church, so that you can live for Christ, has to be something that we need to repeat over and over and over again. It's a process of sanctification. We are to constantly die to ourselves so that we can live for Christ. That's what's symbolized in communion. Baptism is that one moment, but communion is that constant reminder. You need to die to yourself if you're going to enter into Christ's suffering so that you can truly live for God. And in doing so, somehow, God resurrects Jesus Christ not only in the lives of those who are suffering, not only in the lives of those who are doing injustice, not only resurrect Christ in the lives of those who are disciples of Christ and those who are far from Christ, enemies of God, they turn around and you see Christ being born in their lives, the amazing thing about the resurrection is those who participate in Christ's suffering through dying to themselves daily, Christ is resurrected in us, little by little, every time we do this. To the point that Paul can say, I no longer live. Christ is now living in me. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Still, Samuel's doing all these things. And I'm sick of Samuel. I got to tell you, I'm sick of Samuel. I wish I could keep doing this so that somehow I can see Christ resurrected in me constantly. And I say, it really isn't me. It's Christ. But I got to tell you right now, if I say it was Christ, I'm probably confused as to, is that half-truth or is that really true? Isn't it Samuel? I'm still in that confused state. But I know that if I keep participating in Christ's suffering by dying to myself, I know that Christ who is being resurrected in me and in the people that I'm serving will someday get to the place where we can see Christ clearly. Amen? Without Samuel. That's what we are working towards, because the world, I've been out there. I've been chatting away and playing away and talking away, and every single person I met globally on my local computer loves Jesus, respects Jesus, wants Jesus. What they don't want is Samuel and all my baggage. And that's what we want to do as we enter into a time of communion. When we take the bread, what are we saying? We want to live like Jesus. Amen? Amen. More than that, we want Jesus to live through us. Amen? And the only way is we take the cup, that we are crucified with Christ, that we are dead with Christ. And then when we go out into the world, in that suffering and death that we are willingly being a participant of in our lives and in the lives of our neighbors and in the world globally, we will see Christ being resurrected. And as we see springtime and flowers and trees blooming, right? When it seemed like everything was dead, it is an image of the ultimate resurrection. It is. Every year, God tells us the resurrection of the world where eternal life will come is coming. Look at spring. And in the same way, when the world sees us in our participation of suffering and death and how Christ is alive in us, it is an image of the ultimate resurrection that is coming. Amen? When there will be no more tears, no more death, no more suffering.